My name is Al Piening, and I've lived here in this house for approximately 3 years. I actually built it myself. I've had it custom built for me. I have always been a rail fan, and I've loved trains all my life. And I wanted to be near a train, and I wanted to be in Beverly Shores. And I managed to pull that off in spades. I'm able to see the station, the track, the station sign from my living room window. And I thought I had everything in the world going for me when suddenly I tried to board the train, and I discovered that people with disabilities are not allowed to board the train here in Beverly Shores. See, subsequent to my attempt to board the train, I received a letter from the lawyer, Charles Luckman III, for the South Shore, stating that I had no right to board the train, that under the Americans with Disabilities Act, the railroad did not have to make every stop accessible, and had the right to deny access to any stop on their railroad that they choose to deny access.
Under the Americans with Disabilities Act, commuter railroads were required to identify key stations, those out of the stations that were constructed prior to the passage of the Act. And we identified 6 key stations along the South Shore line that would become accessible to meet the ADA requirements. And those key stations, the primary attributes of those stations are that we wanted them to be large stations where we board a lot of people, and those stations would have all the amenities, restrooms, a lot of parking, interior areas to wait for trains, and we would gain accessibility initially into the car using portable lifts. And then as we converted these stations to high-level boarding platforms, we would retire those lifts.
They claim that it is a flag stop and that not every train stops there, so they don't have to make it accessible, because as long as some stations are accessible, it doesn't matter. That's all the ADA provides for. So their letter said basically drive to another station somewhere along the line, and you can board there, but not where you live. And see, that station used to be accessible. They pulled the wheelchair lift out of the station.
It was not an accessible station, hasn't been an accessible station. We, at one time, on a temporary basis, we had a lift station there, and the lift was there simply because we were busing passengers between Beverly Shores and Michigan City because of a construction project. And we were actually using that lift to disembark passengers that were eastbound passengers that were on the train that were going east of Beverly Shores. We have a system map at every location that identifies those stations that are accessible, and we also have printed material and website information that shows those stations that are accessible.
All that would be required is to take the lift that they currently have in Michigan City, drive it approximately 10 miles to the Beverly Shores station, slide it inside the waiting area, and that's it. It cost them maybe $100.
Yes, we wish Mr. Piening would have contacted us beforehand. If his decision to build in Beverly Shores was based upon a temporary condition that existed there at the time.
Many people with disabilities think that the ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act, is actually built a system of police and detectives and everything that goes around and makes sure that everything in the world is wheelchair accessible and that we have equal rights to access. That is absolutely, positively not true at all. There is absolutely no effective mechanism for enforcing the Americans with Disabilities Act. You're not going to be able to board me here.
I've got to get on with an ADA station. This is an ADA station. Dune Park is an ADA station.
Okay.
We believe we're doing the best we can to serve our entire customer base in northwestern Indiana, and we're doing that in the most effective, cost-efficient manner possible.